These examples will cover calculating the slope of a line. If you have the graph of an equation already, you can calculate the slope of a line by finding 2 points on the graph, and it's best to find points that cross at integer numbers to make your math easier, and then you'll find the rise over the run. So the way I do it is if I have a graph is I always go from left to right, and I just verbally count squares or something like that. For example, going from left to right, I have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, which would represent -4 for my rise, and my run is 1, 2, 3. So the slope of this line is -4/3. Examples from the book. When I want to calculate slope from the line, I want to calculate the slope of the lines that go through these sets of 4 points. So for the first example, I want to know the slope from -5, 6 to 2, 8. So the slope is one of my one of my y coordinates, doesn't matter order, so I'm going to go -6 minus 8 over -5 minus 2, and I get -14 over -7, which is a +2. From this, I know that the graph slopes uphill steeper than a 45-degree angle. For example number 2, this time I'm going to subtract them in the other order. I'm going to take that y minus this one, so I get 5 minus 2, over 2 minus 4, which is 3 over -2, or -3/2. So I know this one is steeper than a -45-degree angle, and it's going downhill. For the third example, I'm going to go slope equals -6 minus 0 over 0 minus 0, and I get -6 over 0, which is undefined. The slope of this line is undefined, and let's look at what it's actually saying for the line. It's a point 0, 0, and the point 0, -6, and that is the vertical line that goes through the y-axis. So we see that vertical lines have undefined slope. That's why the definition of a slope had for a non-vertical line. So there is no slope, and if I asked you what the slope of that line was, you're going to say it's undefined. Any time that the x-coordinates of the 2 points you're trying to find the slope through are the same, it's going to be a vertical line, and it will have an undefined slope. For the last example, notice here that the 2 y-coordinates are the same. So I get -1 minus the -1 over 3 minus 0. 1 minus a -1 is the same thing as 1 plus 1, -1 plus 1, which is 0. And 3 minus 0 is 3. And 0 divided by any number except for 0 is 0. So the slope of this line is 0. If I plot the point 0, -1, and I plot the point 3, -1, and draw the line through these 2 points, you see it's a horizontal line, and it has the slope of 0. So anytime that you have the same y-coordinate, you automatically know that the slope of the line is going to be 0.